Hello everyone, welcome back to another stream here today, and we're back at Sangra'Qur, which is the place we've been working on for a while. I'm glad to see you guys here already. We have Bulos, Carlos and Beer. Gonna say it again, best name ever, Beer 0513. The numbers doesn't matter too much, but the first part is great. How are you guys? Lighthouse today? Well, lighthouse is done actually. I've been doing quite a bit. I've started the build on the harbor here. I released a video yesterday about this area right here, the Royal Gardens and district below it, and I loved it. I think it's turning out to be one of my favorite spots in this place. Hello Herbcraft, welcome. And I teased that we will start this place, the harbor. So I have actually started here doing some work, and while I'm kind of building on it, I'm just realizing the scale of this harbor. It's absolutely huge. If you compare that to anything else, like the harbor is... Like, if you just combine or compare the actual built land compared to all this, it's almost as big as the rest of the city. This is not going to be one episode type of thing. This is going to be probably several episodes to build a harbor, but we have started. The plan for today is to continue to work on said harbor. Yes, that is the main inspiration. The Cathan of Carthage is the main inspiration here, and one of the reasons is the many geometrical shapes we have in this place. We have these big circles, long diagonal lines, and then we're breaking that up with more random natural shapes. And I'm just thinking that this big round thing we have here is gonna look so cool once it's done, and then we're gonna like pack it with organic small houses scattered everywhere, but the main shape will be very organic and big, and yeah, I think that's gonna look awesome. Digging this small inner part as well. We're gonna have a couple of cranes on this one and a small like covered area in the middle, and then just wrap the entire thing with houses and mainly stuff surrounding what do you call it, like water seafaring stuff. So there's going to be a lot of warehouses. There's going to be a harbor master manor here. It's going to be a big house built on this open area here. We're going to have tax collection, infrastructure for loading and unloading ships. So these are going to be like cranes on big wheels. Of course, a lighthouse here that I have already built. Kind of happy with it. It's big, but it's not like too big. I was debating on whether or not to go like Lighthouse of Alexandria scale, like just a massive thing, but I'm thinking maybe that's a better thing for a standalone project, because it could be its own little castle. So I think this scale here fits for this place here. Also decided to add like a little rock here, so it's kind of built on a little stone foundation here. And the entire harbor will be enclosed in walls. So there's going to be a wall here, a sea wall, and another one over there. And I'm thinking maybe you guys can help me with deciding here. I'm thinking of maybe bringing another wall like from here and join up with the castle, and then kind of separate the rest of the city from the harbor. So we'll have one gate which leads into the harbor, just to defend the city even more. Could be cool, I don't know. So I'm just imagining like a simple castle or city wall that goes from here over there, because the other walls we have, I've found it's easier to just warp around now, just because the city is getting so big. I'll probably have to set multiple warps around the city, because yeah, running around it just takes too long. Your idea, okay, let's read Beer's comment here. My idea was the lighthouse of Brandaris of Trescheling. I think I have seen that. Yes, I remember this one. I remember this lighthouse, yeah. Decided to go for a little different way. But yeah, the walls here are much taller than the one at the seaside of the harbor. So maybe we'll bring these around and then have that enclose the city and then have smaller walls enclosing the harbor. What do you guys think about that? To separate the harbor from the rest of the city. I also have to make sure that this, I want to have a small river or like a spring thing flowing through here. So I'm gonna have to actually line that up just so I know where it will be. Maybe it will curve up so it doesn't flow out in between the cranes here. Let's bring that up and around like this. So anyway guys, how are you today? Hope you had a fantastic weekend. For those of you working, had a great first day at work this week. Yeah, why not? Let's share some personal things. As some of you know, I have switched jobs recently. So been starting it's a kind of an old in-house software company, or it's not mainly software, but they have software development there, which is what I'm doing. I'm working with computers and things. Yeah, that's what I say to my grandparents. I work with computers, but I do programming and stuff. And I just started a new job there, and we are together with me and with my competence trying to modernize the technologies they use, and that's a lot of fun. Been working on modernizing some of the applications they have, and I like that. So I'm having a pretty good time at work these days. What is that some kind of certification of food or whatever? Like we have in Norway, we have controls where the food, what we call them, the food directive, food, I don't know, food director, I don't know, something like that. Ministry, the food ministry, perhaps. They can come and visit your restaurant or shop and just make sure everything is up to standards. Today, by the way, while you guys tell me how you are, because I truly am interested, I want to build a tax collector office right here. Yes, that's cool. Yeah, I've actually worked with that a little bit in a previous job, making a software for automating that process with like temperature sensors and stuff, and other sensors around the restaurant. So I know a little bit about that. Anyway, I want to build the tax collection office, and I think I'm going to build that in front of the lighthouse here. And maybe if we have time, we will go in and detail this because it's very plain. I want to add some more stuff around here. So what we have to keep in mind is that we need probably a lot of space into this edge, I guess. But I don't want the houses to be circular to fit the edge. So the houses will be symmetry, asymmetrical, compared to the circular nature of the harbor. But we need to make sure there's at least a couple of blocks. So I'm thinking we should probably just set the standard, and I'm thinking at least 7 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So a house could be here. Maybe even more. Just imagine big carts and things running around here, ships docking. We want to make sure we have enough space. How far have I built here? This might be too close actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, let's go for 7 then, since I've already laid that out here for this plan. So we need about 7 blocks. And before we start building, I want to go to Osterham and check out the tax collection office at Osterham Harbour, because I was kind of happy with the layout and stuff for that. So I want to, oh, man, I love coming back to Osterham. It's such a vibe flying over here. This is the tax collection office, and it's quite big, so I'm thinking we go for a similar kind of scale. Yeah, so my favorite type of beer slash lager, well, since you just say slash lager, I'm assuming you mean like pale, like lighter ale, not ales, but lager beers, because lager is a type of beer. I think possibly my favorite lager would be Stella Artois, perhaps. I think that's a really good one. Okay, so they have yes, Pilsner, Stella Artois, or Pilsner Urquell, I think it's called. I'm not sure how to pronounce these names, but these are probably the best ones. But if it comes to beer in general, it changes a lot. I like darker beer, like fuller beers. Not like Guinness, because I feel like Guinness, at least in Norway, it might be different because it's a different, the rules and stuff when it comes to alcohol is a little different here. But Guinness feels very watery to me, but like darker beers like proper stouts or barley wine and stuff is also very good. And I have a big liking for Belgian beers like blondes and wheat beers and stuff. Okay, so here we have an office. So there's a big desk and 3 offices or stations so you can come in and fix your taxes here. And then in the back we have a small archive. I've never tried Tennent's lager. Yeah, I know Pilsner Urquell is very old. I like the history of it, but also the taste. It's so pure and crisp. For a lager, like in the summertime, it's probably one of the best. But I got to say myself, or I myself make a pretty good lager. I made a summer lager for this summer here. It was delicious, crispy Czech type lager with a little bit of pineapple and extra hopped, just like a little bit of extra hop compared to the rules. And man, that was very fresh. Up here we have a bigger office, so we should probably have that. And then we have some storage. All right. What else? Oh, there's a basement here. No, what? Oh man, I just completely missed this floor. What's this? Okay, yeah, it was here. Meeting rooms and things. Storage. That sounds really good. That sounds delicious. Iot, by the way, welcome to the stream for the first time. Yeah, it's not technically an IPA. I made an IPA last summer. That was also delicious. That was apricot IPA. That's one of the best beers I've made ever. I feel like I'm bragging a little bit too much, but that's one of the best beers I've ever had. I might be a little biased there, but man, that was good. That went away quite fast. But it was really good. And but I made more of a lager type for the pineapple stuff. Probably gonna try to replicate that this summer because it's so nice to just have a cold, crisp type of lager on tap. So since we're on diagonal, 7 blocks is probably too much. So let's leave it at 6 blocks there. This should be enough. It feels a little tight. Oh yeah, that sounds good as well. I think I've had that a while back. One of my favorite blondes or Belgian beers would be the Delirium. It's really good. Or Lef. Those are really good. I don't know. And also we have a lot of local beer here. Yeah, mango IPA is very popular in Norway. Let's leave it like this. We can always just move it if it's too close. I kind of like it to be a little tight, so it feels very crammed. Thank you, man. This place is pretty wild, if I say so myself. It's turning out great. I feel like we've really gotten the pace up lately. I feel like Saros, the project, we had a little side project just to get the spark going again. You know, it's building these massive projects. It's not only fun. It's more of a disciplinary thing where you have to just discipline yourself to come back. And from time to time, or a lot of the time, it's a lot of fun. Yes, Delirium, they have like an elephant themed logo, like a pink elephant. It's kind of cute. Actually, let's move it back a little bit because this will be a pretty important building. But yeah, like big projects like this, it's not always fun. Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't do it if I didn't enjoy it, but you have to kind of like the process, just as like working out, which I also do like a lot. Just going to the gym day in and day out is, some days it's awesome and some days it's just, it's horrible. But it's an entire process that's fun, kind of. Oh man, that's awesome. 30 IPAs. That's good. A proper IPA. In Norway we have rules regarding the ABV or the strength of alcohol. So it's a lot of the APIs you can no, IPAs APIs, that's back to programming. A lot of the IPAs you can buy is like 4.7%, and I feel like if for an IPA to be good, it should be like over 6%. So I don't know how it is, but if you have 30 different ones, at least some of them should probably have been. But yeah, last year my wife got me a beer advent calendar. So I one new beer every day until Christmas. That was pretty cool. That was some massive wifey points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we can't go any further. Then let's just bring this back. What if we make this, okay, something like that? Hey Xpera, welcome back. Glad to have you here. Oh, Game Awards. I don't keep up with that sort of stuff anymore. Everything not my Minecraft world when it comes to gaming is just out of, yeah. I don't keep up with anything like that anymore. Sadly. I'm doing good today, Xpera. Hope you're doing good as well. I kind of dislike this being built on an angle. But I think we have to do it. Unless we... No, I think we have to. I'm just trying to make this layout a little interesting. What if we do something like that? Wow, you just been playing Minecraft for 3 days. I just wish I could have that experience again. I hope you enjoy it for the fullest, man. Just enjoy every single second of it. I've been playing Minecraft for 15 years. And I'm just realizing that like some of my coworkers, they have sons and daughters, or kids basically, that's playing Minecraft. And they're like, I've played Minecraft for longer than they have been alive. That, yep, I feel old. Today we are working on the Harbour. We are working on the Harbour, and the first thing we're doing today will be the tax collector office. So we are working on that today. I hope that my kids will play Minecraft with me whenever that time comes. Let's use some wool here just to... Maybe it's an idea to make a fake wall like they do sometimes in PC. That way you keep the space whilst the front looks like a nice building. What do you mean, a fake wall? Gavel, I can Google it. I guess I'll get some hits. I'm getting some Dutch hits here, but I don't know, man. Like the facades in like Amsterdam, where they have like the facade is very posh, but the back is just plain. Let me see. I think I... Oh man, it's so far now. The problems with a big city or big build. Yeah, the tax collector. Might argue that it's even more hated. Oh, like that. I'm not sure that's the thing for this. Like, would they do that in medieval times? I was thinking something like this just to get some... Maybe we can do something like that on the top. Yeah, the monument area is pretty cozy. Also, if you haven't seen the video, what would you think this was? So what did you build here and what was here already? So, you what, mate? Oh, I just realized what your name was. Everything here is man-made. Nothing comes from Minecraft. Everything has been built by me, like the mountains and things. Everything is, yeah, I've made the landscape by hand, or yeah, I've used programs to do it for me, but or used programs to do it. So everything has been touched, but the idea is this is a desert city. That's what we're kind of building. Yeah. So, okay, let's get back to the building here. I'm gonna try to talk to chat and still maintain some building as well, because we have a lot to do. So I'm imagining you come into the tax office like this. Hello, hello. And then there's people here that can help you with filing out your tax things and take your money sitting here like that. Then probably an archive in here. But also, yeah, let's do an archive, and then Oh, that's weird. Yeah, I don't know, maybe... It took me a little while as well, but I figured it out eventually. Oh, that's a cool idea. Maybe some bastions on this wall here. That could look pretty sick. There's going to be a tower at the end here, but imagine maybe 2 bastions sticking out. That could look pretty cool. Yeah, so we come in here, and let's open it up here, and then I'm imagining maybe there's a stair here, so I think that would fit pretty nice if we bring the stair up there. And I think this building here will be one of those where we have double walls. Just because it's probably a little bit more posh than some of the other houses here. They wouldn't have just plain brown stucco on the inside as well, so maybe they have polished it up with some nice plaster colors. So this will be a stair. Yeah, I'm Norwegian, actually brand new, so English is not my first language. Although we learn it pretty well in school, but still, like, I still struggle sometimes, but I feel like it's not a big issue. We need a vault as well, right? To keep all the money. But we can have multiple floors here. But I'm thinking, similar to the one in Osterham, we have the tax collecting area and the archives here. Then we can have like offices and stuff up above. And the taxman will probably have his own big office somewhere. Yeah, it's I don't know, like, it's I would assume that most people should learn languages, but again, like, in a lot of countries there's no need for it. Like, I've been traveling around Europe, and like, for me, watching movies in like Hollywood movies in Norwegian is just wrong. I watch everything in English, like all the YouTube shows, all the series, TV shows, everything I watch is always in English. And then it's just like subtitles. But in a lot of European countries, they will actually translate or dub the movie, so they don't have to learn it. And it's like a bad cycle where they don't have to learn it because everything is dubbed, and everything is dubbed because no one knows the language. Bastions aren't necessarily for coastal walls. A flat wall like this will crack over the pressure of the waves. The walls of... so bastions would be necessary to break up. Okay, let's keep that in mind. So yeah, it's important that the wall here is pretty sturdy, because we are just straight out to nothing now. Oh. The wall will not fit up here. Or the stair. Can we solve that? We can, I guess. That's so true. I was one time I was in Poland, and it was with a group of people, some younger than me. I was kind of like a leader for the trip thing, and I had to be up at the like a night watch, like being awake in case someone needed help or something during the night. And it was a pretty long night, and I was watching TV, and I think they were like showing. It was one big Hollywood movie like Die Hard or something. So I was like, oh yeah, cool, I can watch that tonight. But nope, it's all like poorly dubbed. It's not even. They haven't even removed the original soundtrack, so they just like talk over the original. Yeah, horrible. So if it was just texted or subtitled, it would be possible to watch. All right, let's do this, and maybe maybe one more floor, or at least one like little thing here for the tax man. He'll have his own little office thingy. Something like that. Alright, let's pick up some blocks to use. Let's bring that. And maybe some lighter colors. I feel like lighter colors looks better for this place. Like, we have a lot of dubbing in Norway as well, don't get me wrong. Like, all the actually, let's start the replay here and just start building. All of the kids movies, like Pixar movies and stuff, are all dubbed, but they're done in a very good way, where you don't really notice that it's dubbed. And of course, for kids, like, they don't know English, so. Where are you from, Xpera? Italy, is it? Because a good dubbed movie, as long as you understand the language, can be pretty nice, but there's a lot of these very badly dubbed movies as well, where, as I said, they don't even remove the original soundtrack. So you can hear the original language in the back, and then there's someone just talking over. Yeah, I remember, like, not diagonal, but leaning or wider base. I remember you talking about that. Oh, no. Set conquest off white stucco. There we go. Italian in blood and spirit. I love Italy. I really want to go back there. It's been a little while since I've been to Italy. I've mostly been in the northern part of Italy, so I want to explore more of it. Like, south would be pretty fun. Probably we should do as Xpera said, to add some rocks and like wave breakers in the ocean around the harbor here to protect it a little bit. I've been to Verona, and I've been to Lake Garda. Where else have I been in Italy? Venice. Could you send them in stream related, Xpera, so I can check them out after I'm done building this? But yeah, I think we should definitely do something to make this wall, first of all, more interesting to look at, because it's just a long plain wall. So some bastions and things, but also probably make it more structurally sound with either like a diagonal. As you can see, let me show you. I've left this little blue here because I want the base to be wider to kind of work from the ocean into the wall somehow, but I haven't completely settled on how I'm going to do it. But maybe do that and then bring in some bastions and then some rocks and stuff as well. Could work. Oh, there we go. So there's a lot of Italians in Scotland. Scotland, you say, you what, mate? It's really weird how that happens. In Norway, there's like a couple of towns in the western part where I believe there's a lot of Portuguese blood. So there's a lot of Portuguese or people from descendants from Portuguese people, and it's like, why? It's countries so far from each other, and I don't know. It's a lot of these weird things. Right, there we go. The shape is done, and I think it's looking pretty cool. What we'll do now is, I think we'll just fill conquest, dry river sand, and then just okay, so there's definitely a few blocks missing somewhere here. I just want to have it said, I have done some big mistakes with this command in the past, where instead of 30, I've added another 0, and it was even bigger than 30. I think I did like block of 500 or something, and yeah, it crashed the world, and man, it was so many hours fixing that stuff. I had to load it back up, and load it back up and copy paste in things all over. It was, oh man, not fun. If I can recommend something beer, I know you didn't ask me, but since I'm kind of the host here, I'll take the liberty to come with some recommendations. Lake Garda, or some of the lakes, Lake Iseo or something like that, they're just beautiful places. But there's a specific town in Garda called La Cissé, which is just beautiful. It's a fortified medieval town, so there's city walls. And it's just like this cutest little thing. I have done some places where I've added some extra bit of detail on these top bits, so let's do that. I think it's a nice way of just showing off a little bit of wealth. And let's bring in something that looks or fits the desert theme here. Another thing I have done. It's pretty cool, right? It's all about finding the balance for not going too overboard with the details, but still making it look a little posh. It's called La Cise, L-A-Z-I-S-E, I think. I want to try something along this wall here, which could look pretty awesome. Just a little covered thing here, probably like that. And let's go for some colored pillars here. Again, just bringing in a little bit of color for these specific buildings. There we go. And also, if you're at Lake Garda, Sirmione, that's a very famous place, so there's probably a lot of visitors there. But Sirmione or Sirmione or whatever, is also a very cool place with like this old fort. Kind of, you have to enter through a fort to get to the inside. Hey, thank you so much for that beer. I appreciate that a lot. Welcome to the subscription club. Maybe a little something over the door here. And we need some windows here. I have tried to do some kind of windows like that. Is that cool? Or maybe if we do it the other way around. That's a pretty fancy looking thing, but no, I don't talk to him a lot. Just a little, like, just normal back and forth on like videos and stuff. We're both pretty busy, so no, we're not talking a lot anymore. And no bad blood between us though. Don't, yeah, it's just both busy, I guess. I like that window. But I'm very happy that Dukon is back, though. I really missed his take on the entire Conquest Reforged world. Can I add just two big windows like that? Yes, this building is looking pretty cool so far. Let's add a little shutter there, and maybe even, can we add one of those here? I'm liking this one so far. I'm thinking it's really cool. Alright, and then I want to have like a sun cover all the way out. We can do it all the way out. It'll just be a very big one, but I guess that works. So that, it's going to be tricky, but let's give it a try. The sun covers, I usually do them with a lot of these layers, so it's a little challenging, but it turns out pretty cool. So I kind of like doing them. Let's use this purple canvas just to get some color variation. And let's do, I don't know, let's try this. Like that, and then, whoops. That's a nice curve, I think. Yeah, definitely a beer. Like calling it burning out is, I don't know, it's a little loaded, I think, because it is fun, but I definitely meet like inspirational plateaus or inspirational burnouts where I just don't feel like building, or when I'm building I don't enjoy it that much. But for me, it's, as I talked about actually earlier in the stream here, it's more of a disciplinary thing where I don't necessarily have to enjoy every single minute I play Minecraft, because I enjoy the process of creating something. Just as I said, like it made a parallel to working out. Like you don't enjoy every single part of working out or dieting or whatever, but if you enjoy the process, it's kind of you kind of enjoy it. So yeah, I do definitely have periods where I don't want to play Minecraft, or I even have times where I've barely played any, but I've never given up or stopped. And I don't know that's like for me specifically, because I don't expect anyone to play Minecraft if they don't feel like. It's a game, it's supposed to be fun. But for me, it's a little bit more than that. First of all, like I have all of you guys. I have a lot of people that enjoy my content. So that gives me a little bit of, it gives it a little bit of meaning, just like a job. You don't enjoy every single second of your job. Oh, no, you don't have to, what man, but thank you so much for stopping by. And I hope to see you more around. Enjoyed having you here. But yeah, where was I? Like, when it comes to inspiration and things, I definitely have what you'd call a burnout, where I don't feel like building at all. But it doesn't really stop me, because I know I want the end goal. I know what's down the line. But that's when I take breaks and do other projects at least, and just kind of keep up, or work on something new, or just like brute force through it, like just like build houses, because I can build. I don't have to be inspired to build. I have to be inspired to build great, or build my best. I have to be inspired, but I don't have to be inspired to build, because I can almost build on autopilot. So yeah, and then it comes and goes a little bit. And it's all about like, it doesn't even have to be like inspiration from Minecraft. It can just be I had a bad day, or yeah, you know, things. Beer, you might not have been here the last stream where I announced that we are having a baby. My wife is pregnant, and we're having a little. It looks like it's going to be a daughter during spring. So very excited, and I'm very curious on how I will be able to fit around building and Minecraft and everything with having a kid. I'm very optimistic, probably too optimistic. A part of me believes I won't notice anything, but like the realist in me knows there's going to be some changes in my life. But yeah, I don't know how I will balance that, and we'll just have to see. Family will always be prioritized. So if I don't have time, oh, that looks really cool. If I just have less time to play Minecraft, that will just have to be so be it, you know. But I will probably always have a little bit of gaming time. If my kids inherit some of my genes and some of my wife's genes, which they should. If not, there's something really, really wrong if they don't inherit either of us. But we were both very, very peaceful and quiet and easy to have with as kids. So if we have that, or if my kids are like that easy, I should be able to get a couple of gaming nights after they've gone to bed. But yeah, I'm probably too optimistic, but I'd rather be that and then not take the sorrows too early. Yeah, you can probably expect that. Thank you so much, Iris Dark Knight. Of course, he will be born with a fluffy beard. She's gonna. Well, that's going to be a big sign or a big problem if she's not born with a big beard, because then she's not mine. Yeah, I really hope that I will be able to play with my kids, like play Minecraft and stuff. That would be dream come true. Oh, this house looks really cool. I'm very happy with it. Let's stop the recording here so it doesn't take out too long. And I will check out the pictures that Xpera sent. Oh, that looks cool. Oh, that's super. The first picture you sent, Xpera, that is some inspiration right there. Now I want to build that. But I'm going to take some. Yeah, I like that. Inwards leaning walls. But yeah, as I said, I'm imagining that I'm going to build the base kind of like this, leaning in towards the wall. But then we can actually add, how can we, I need to find the center, but I think I can do that. I'm a little bit all over the place, but you guys know me, that's how I roll. Let's grab that. Yeah, it's very. They look very similar, but the one you sent was like on a separate island. No, man. Oh, okay. So if we do middle 35. Yeah, so this will be the center. So we can have one bastion there, and we could have 3 bastions. So if we do that, and then do... There's gonna be another one there. Very good idea. That's so true. Yeah, so we could build 3 bastions at those spots. That could look pretty cool. The reason for 3 is just it's easier to find the middle. So if we do 1 here, this is, yeah, doesn't have to be perfect, but we can do 3 along this and then 1 at the end, perhaps. Thank you so much for stopping by, Beer. Hope to see you later and have a good one. Maybe we'll have the banner hanging up on this wall here, as Xpera suggested. And that is this color right here. This one. Something like that, and possibly it's a little big, a little clunky. Yeah, that's better. Stepping back a little bit. I think that's a nice scale. Like, it's a little bit taller, I think, than some of the walls, and maybe we'll have some towers around here. But I don't want it to be like skyscrapers in here. So quite big. Yeah, I think that's gonna look cool. I'm also looking forward to building this circle thing. It's gonna look so cool. But maybe for the sake of doing an area at a time, I will focus on building this side of the harbor for the next video, and I'll see how far I can get. So not like start here before I move on. So I'll have to keep myself waiting. Because this, as I said in the beginning, I imagined when I initially planned this that the harbor would be one standalone episode. By the way, if you don't know, I make videos on this on YouTube. So if you want to see time lapses and stuff, you know where to go. But I initially thought about this being one episode kind of thing. But then we got the idea of building like the Catan of Carthage. I don't remember who it was who suggested that, but someone suggested that. And we kind of started, and it just got bigger and more advanced, and we got walls, and I'm thinking probably 3 episodes. At least 2 episodes. Maybe even 3 or 4 to complete the entire harbor district. So yeah, just brace yourself for that. It's going to be a lot of harbor talk in the future. But yeah, so I think I'll focus on completing this side of here. So that's going to be the western side of the harbor, and just kind of fill this up and then move east, and then we'll take it from there. All right. Let's do some texturing on this. I think we're gonna, so we have the off-white, which is the main, but I think we'll add some whiter bits here and there. Yeah, that's nice. Let's just continue that. Add some more here. I found that adding textures close to the corners of a build is a really nice way of Just texturing a little bit. Not sure why, but maybe we can even add just a little bit like that. Yep, I like that. I like that a lot. Alright, should we start the interior here? I don't see why not. Let's go ahead. I will open up the back to have a couple of windows here. Maybe 2 like that. Hey Manso, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Let's do that. Some windows to get some natural light in here. And I'll get some glowstones just for now so we can... Hey there Janook, welcome back. How are you? Let's use some fancy tiles here. Oops. We are working on the port today, Manso. We sure are. Working on the tax office in the harbor, and which we have started. Starting at the opposite end. I'm not sure why. I just wanted to build the lighthouse. So I started with the lighthouse, and then the walls, and then, you know, took it from there. I'm loving this lighthouse, by the way. Also very happy with the texturing. Especially of like the base, and then I think it looks kind of cool. And now we're building the tax office. So let's imagine, how would they texture the interior here? Is this kind of a... Yep, it's gonna be absolutely massive. As I just said before you joined, I imagined it would take me 1 episode to complete this, but now I'm thinking possibly 3, maybe even 4 episodes worth of time. So that means a month, maybe 2 months of building to complete this. So it's a lot bigger than I was initially thinking, but it's just like I haven't like stepped my foot down and placed blocks, and then it kind of looks small when you just look at it from afar. The one I just got here, it's so massive. But look at the view from here though. Oh, that's cool. Looking at the pyramid there. Anyway, oh, this is also... let's go for that. I like that better. I just got a little idea, by the way. So I added this little corner here just to increase the distance from the edge here. But what if this is a place for a little statue, and since it's kind of poking out, maybe someone has bumped into it and it's broken. Like, what if we do something like that? And so here is a place where they could have a statue. And I will try to make it look like there has been a statue here that has been bumped into. Let's make it out of this. Yeah, I think that's fine. Yes, the gold, but again, it will be broken, so they won't know. Rough marble. Something like that. Sure, man, do that. Check it out. And then for the interior, maybe this back wall is like that. That's good to hear. That's my idea, is that I want people to get involved and like come with ideas and kind of feel like they're a part of this world. And I know a lot of you guys know more about this world than I do. Like, they know the lore better than I do and things. And that's kind of what I want. I want you guys to be involved in this. But I realize when I'm uploading a video twice a month, it's really tricky. But now you can, when you can watch streams once a week and then get some more videos, it's easier for you guys to kind of take ownership of it. Yeah, if people don't know I stream, I don't think it's my fault, because I pretty much mention it in most videos, and I've had a link to my channel or my Twitch channel in my bio or every video for years. So, but again, I'd have to make that even more vaulted. Let's try. Okay, let's check out. Oh yeah, the statue of Rhodes. That could be cool. It would be really tricky. I know some people have already mentioned the Colossus of Rhodes, and I'm not going to build that over the harbor, just being honest, because I won't be able to do it. But one idea we kind of came up with were to in the ocean here, on these islands, maybe make it the remainders of a statue. So a massive statue, maybe something like the Colossus of Rhodes, have stood on these islands and it's in ruins now. Just kind of a little homage to that. It's something, I think we discussed it during a live stream. something like this works. Vaulted ceilings can be quite confusing because there's a lot of just spinning around. So that works, alright. And then we'll add a couple of these stations where people work. So we'll just bring that over like that. And we'll add chair. How many can we squeeze in here? 4. Yeah, 4 would make sense. And then we have some paperwork. We'll have one of these abacus. Even some monedas like that. Paperwork. Maybe even, do we have a scale? I think we used to have, yeah, we do have a scale, yeah. Something like that. So you can come in here and they will help you. And then of course we'll have a massive rug on the floor here. We go, and then I want to add looks a little weird, but I kind of like it. Yeah, there's going to be an entire archive over here, Yanuk. Glowstone, please. Here will be an archive in the back here. For filing and stuff. Just add some furniture and decor in here. It's quite dark in here, so we'll add a couple of these as well around. That's cool. And then for the door, we will add like this, so we can. And then what I have done some other places is to bring this up. Yeah, I think that works. We'll do the same here. So I forgot a little block right there. All right, cool. Then we have, let's just continue this here for the stair. This isn't ideal for building, or at least not for streaming. It's so dark in here. There we go. Yeah, I like that. We could have something on this wall, so maybe we'll have another... I have forgotten the name, guys. These hanging rugs. They have a name. Tapestries, yeah, I think that's the word. I'm just completely using the same base wall. And then we can always go back and change it if we want to have some more unique walls, I guess. So this comes up here, and then we'll have a small exit to this balcony there. Oh, that actually looks kind of cool. The broken statue there. So that goes through there. And then we'll have, as I suggested, some offices. But I kind of want to, for some structural integrity, kind of bring in a wall there. This is where the uppermost part is built above. Maybe in here can be the vault where they store things. How do we do the ceiling up in here? And how? And I need a little bit of some kind of border. For this here. So, okay, we need to figure out how we will do this room here. And it's very big, so we need some sort of pillars. We could do pillars in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this would be the middle. I'd rather than do it below this one, maybe. Can I have you here? Yep, okay, so let's do that. Oops. Then bring this up. And I guess we can just continue this wall then. Interiors can be quite tricky, you guys. Alright, so we get up there, we have it opening up to this diagonal bit. This will lead out because here we have this shaded area. Gonna be some storage and I don't know. Something. But then kind of what we can do here is maybe we can even go bigger like that and then have just some vaults like that. Maybe this is where the tax master or the tax man lives. So his house is here. Just utilize this space here. And then he will have also access to the top section. Yeah, let's do that. Let's make his office up here, the upper floors. That means we should probably add a stair on the outside as well so he can get up without having to go through his job. But yeah, let's do that. Some kind of stair. How do we do that? On a diagonal. That's always tricky. So if we diagonal stairs are so tricky. I guess we're up to something with this design. People are trying to join the server as well. If you didn't know, you can get on the server and explore for yourself. You won't be able to build, but you will be able to explore at your own pace, which is at least for me, I enjoy like being able to look at things in details and stop and investigate what is happening with different buildings and take measurements and things. There we go. That is a pretty decent stair, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, it's incredible how much you can do with this little base game. Like, I feel like Minecraft is almost more like a game engine now than a game in itself, because you can do so much with it. Alright, let's try to get some ceilings in this place. That's gonna be very complicated, but I believe we can get it done. By the way, did someone or any one of you guys watch the Jake Paul? I don't know. One of those, one of the Paul brothers fighting Mike Tyson this weekend. I haven't been like keeping up with it, so I don't know too much about it, but I had to watch it. Just it came up in my Netflix feed, and he looked old. I was very impressed with the first round. I feel like Mike even had like the upper hand for the first couple of rounds, but then it just like looked like it just suddenly age hit him. So yeah, it was not fair. And honestly, like, yeah, I feel like Jake, the one who, I think it's Jake who was in the ring, right? He didn't really point out that like he would never have been able to take on Mike in his prime. Yeah, that's probably true. I've seen some videos where it looked like Mike held back as well. Like some videos from a couple of weeks ago where Mike looked like he was quite dangerous compared to what we saw during the fight. But yeah, I feel like they didn't even make a point out of how good he was. Like, yeah, he won over Mike Tyson, but there's no way he would have won if Mike was in his prime. It's like a little, yeah, weird flex. Like I won over him in when he was far from at his best. That can be true, yeah, that he has some problems with his legs. But yeah, and maybe even like it's all rigged, who knows. But I'm sure they both made some pretty big money from that. I'll give everyone who's working up here their personal window so they get some nice light in here. Wow. I'd fight Jake for $20 million. I'd lose, but I'd fight him. I didn't watch any of the other fights. I just watched their fight. And I don't watch any boxing. I don't even know how the scoring system works. But I just felt like I had to not miss out on that one. But it's a pretty rough sport. I don't feel like being punched that hard in the face. And I'm pretty sure if I were to box, I would be in the heavyweight category. So that means I would take the hardest punches if I ever decided to do that. So no, thank you. What's the limit for heavyweight? Anyone know? Yeah, I heard there was some big problems with the Netflix servers and stuff, and people were pretty mad regarding it, and I understand. You can't really hype stuff up that much and don't like deliver. It's really, really bad. £200. How much is £200? Yeah, I'd be heavyweight. Office decoration to believe mod. There's a filing cabinet here. Oh. I really like this one here. Because it looks kind of cool. Hey Salty Bread, we are building a tax office today. Very true. Yeah, I heard a lot of people in Norway had that problem. Like they had rigged themselves and was sitting up all night waiting for the game, and then it crashed. I'll show you Salty Bread what it looks like on the outside. We are in the new Harbour, which looks insane if I say so myself, and we are building the tax office over here or over there. I think it's looking pretty cool. And once we have this all, like, imagine ships and stuff being harbored here or docked. One of the problems, guys, that we are having with this harbor here is, yeah, exactly as Salty Bread asks now, where we'll be putting the ships. Yeah, where? I think they will dock up just against the curve here. That's my initial idea, is that so we'll have to build ships in all different angles, and I'm not looking forward to that. So maybe we'll stick to, yeah, this is inspired by Carthage. There were several cities that had this, but Carthage was the most prominent one. But I'm imagining we'll build ships here, and we'll just have to build it like trying to make it fit. So I'm thinking straight angles and 45 degree, because I know I can do 45 degree ships. So we'll just have them like docked. Yeah, I know in the original port they had like these covered ship houses or ship garages, especially on the middle one. Did they have it on the outside? Perhaps they did. But yeah, I'm just imagining they come in here and they just dock along here. I think it's going to be really convenient. Like, you just come in and just dock up against it, giving up a lot of room to navigate around here. It's gonna, like, navigating big ships is very tricky. So yeah, I don't want to have like these piers going out to dock on. No warships really. And this is mainly for trading. This is a trading port. So we'll have them docked all over here, and also perhaps along this little wall have some smaller ships. So it's going to be really tricky to do the angled ships, but I think we can do it. We just have to be strategic with where we place them to make it look like, yeah, it's following the curve of everything. I think it was more than that. Man. For some reason, my Google has stopped like remembering stuff. It's acting a little weird. I believe like in Carthage it was probably like 20 ships stored in the center one. It's quite big, if you see from the reference pictures. Yeah, it could, 220 in all. That's insane. So maybe like 40 in the center and then the rest around. I don't know. But it was massive, even bigger than what I have here, I think. There are several different portraits of it. This one here has like 4 or 5, and I've seen other wood. Oh yeah, but I'm not gonna build interior ship houses for this one. I'm just gonna leave it all open, I think. Because it's not for war, so like boat houses or boat garages are like fit for one specific type of boat. But we want every boat to be able to dock here, so I'm not going to build any like boat houses like that. We have already ships built at for that purpose, salty bread. At the military port. This here will purely be for trading and that sort of stuff. But good thinking. We need to protect this. And there will be at least maybe one warship here or a defense ship just to protect the harbor. A little extra. I'm thinking that there's going to be a watchtower here, or some sort of defense tower on the end here. And I'm debating, maybe we should put like a chain across here so you could chain it off during night. I know they did that in Carthage. I know someone is having a hard time joining the server. If you're watching the stream and want to join the server, check out my Discord, because you can download all the mods and stuff. So you get all the correct versions, because that's usually why people fail. They try to just log on and not make sure they have the right mods and stuff. Yeah, a chain could be pretty cool, so maybe we'll do that. Window. Oh. Yeah, we can have windows there. And I'll have them on the direct opposite side. There we go. Oh. Ah, this is a stair. Yeah, okay, so no windows on this side then. Well, that's cool, yeah. I don't know what you mean, Rise of Rome, but if it's a video or a movie, I haven't seen it. But I'm just glad to inspire and give people vibes when they watch the stuff I build, you know. It's all about creating an ambience and atmosphere that is thriving, and it creates a little special feeling when you're watching it. Video game. From one of the older consoles. Sounds like it could be on like the PS1 or something. Oh, okay. What kind of windows do we go for here? Kind of like that. It's crazy to think about that game for the PS3. It's over 10 years old. I don't have any newer gen. Well, actually, I have the Switch, but I don't have like PS. I don't even have a PS4. I have a PS3, and I don't even know where that is. So I guess I don't have a PS4. There's a leak in the basement here. Oh no. Yeah, no, GTA 5. I didn't play that a lot, but I had it on my... Well, I guess I'd never had it. My brother had it on PS4. It's crazy. I know Skate 3, which is probably the PlayStation game I've played the most, is like 15 years old. But now they are making a new one. I'm not sure if you follow that franchise, but they are making a new skate game, just called Skate, and I'm very excited for it. It also comes to PC, which is new, so that's probably one of the games I will play. They had a great like park builder, which I of course enjoyed, like building stuff. But also, yeah, as I've said many times before, I'm an old boarder, skateboarder and snowboarder and stuff back in the day. So, yeah, I just enjoy skating games in general. That could be cool. Not sure if I want to go there, but it could be a fun little Easter egg or idea. We could definitely build some big, one of those scorpion type of crossbows, whatever it's called. But also, if we can do, how does that look? I'm just going to Google the death ray here, heat ray. It could be pretty cool to try. Either that or some, yeah, ballistas, as Xperia said. Ballistas could work as well. I'm digging this build here. I think it's looking really awesome. A little bit of texturing. Yeah. That is fine. Yeah, let's see if we can get some of the archives up and going here, and then Actually, you know what? I think we'll leave this for now. It's gonna take a while. We have to do the roof and stuff and diagonal vaulted ceilings. Gotta say, not the easiest thing in the world. So, since we're approaching 2 hours, which is the usual time cap for my streams, I think we'll start to close off for today. And yeah, not start anything new. But as I said, for the next video, I will divide up this harbor here, or I will prioritize the western side. So this like pier sticking out here, I will prioritize finishing that first, and then we'll see how long that takes, and then we will like follow eastwards around the harbor, just so I can get like a section of it done at least for a video, instead of, I really want to build a middle one. But I think it would be smart for me to pace it a little bit. And then 3 weeks of angled ships building, yeah. Over here as well, you can see I've started to lay out some diagonal warehouses, just kind of following the curve. I don't know if that's going to look good or not, but it's going to be a lot of angles for this because, yeah, it's circular. But as I said, I don't necessarily want the houses to follow this line here perfectly. I want it to look messy, crowded, overbuilt, and lush and organic in a way. So even though the harbor is very strictly symmetrical and geometric, I don't want everything around the harbor or the harbor itself to be. So if that makes sense, there's going to be some roads breaking up, and there's going to be maybe a little, yeah, it's not going to all just be like a perfect circle of houses around the harbor. There's going to be some open places and buildings breaking up with angles and things like that. I think it's going to look pretty cool. Anyway, guys, it's been a really fun stream today, and we got a lot done. We built this tax collecting office, and I think it turned out good. We got a lot of color in, which is cool, and it feels a little bit wealthier than my normal style for this place. So I think it's gonna be a great addition to the harbor here once it's done. But guys, yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really hope that you enjoyed. I did, and I will see you next Monday, or unlikely with a video during this week. As I said, it's gonna take a while to build this, but either you'll see me here next Monday, or you will see me in the next video, whatever comes out first. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out. I will see all of you later. It's been Viggo, man, and I'm out.